like to play maps on Farming Simulator 25 with fields that range from 1 to like 30 something acres, you might like this map with some German architecture. Check out this cool house. It's called Hagenstedt, and it's a remake from 2013. It was very popular back then. It's back. I'm sure you're going to love it in Farming Simulator 25. Let's take a look around. Okay, you start right here, and this is your house. For some reason, you have two houses. You could sleep in either one of these. They both have a sleep button, and that's a little strange. And before I forget, let me just show you right around the corner here. The map has several of these on it. There's a water source here that you can use. However, it does charge you. So that might get you started, but what I would do is put that windmill water source for 10 grand because it gives you free water. In the long run, it's way cheaper. So you start right here. I tended to use this house only because it had a cool little garage. And you got a nice yard over here. Actually stuck a greenhouse over here. Alright, let's look around a little bit. It's pretty cool. It's going down here to your farm area. This map has lots of storage on it. Lots of storage. It's one of your buildings there. One of the things I really like about this map is this little deal here, because what it does is it stores liquid fertilizer and also herbicide. So you can order it from here. And the cool thing is, if you use a sprayer, you know, when you empty out your liquid fertilizer, then you have a pallet somewhere or two or several. Same thing with your herbicide. This one you can just pull up here, put it back in the container, and switch it from liquid fertilizer to herbicide. That's very helpful. Another big building here, your combine, your harvester will fit in there. Let's look at your equipment. You have a very small plow. Everything is dirty and it needs some maintenance. Okay, including your tractor there. It's got 80% dirt and 50% damaged, so it needs some maintenance and it's dirty. But you do have a weight up here. You have the trusty John Deere 3650 with 116 horsepower. And you got this small cultivator behind it. You have the small horse planter combination there. You got the Fiat 160-90 Turbo DT. This is a pretty good tractor. It has 160 horsepower as it sits, but you could upgrade that to 180. And I would, and get a little bigger cultivator because it'll pull that. And you got your 8 cubic meter Farm Tech trailer there. Don't have a lot of equipment, but it gets you started. It's going around this way. You got a 7,500 liter fuel tank. You have a barn over here for bales. You have another large storage shed here. Another large building. I like all the storage. It's really cool. And another large building. You can get your, even after I upgraded the harvester to the middle-sized case, you could get everything, you could pull it in there with the header on it. So that's cool. You got these type of silos where you dump loose material in there and it comes out on the other side. Look at that. Pretty cool. And you got this very large silo, holds 6 million liters. So that's cool. Okay, you got the base Massey Ferguson 8570 with a grain header. It needs some maintenance too. It's got 40% damage on it and it's dirty. And this is your one and only field that you start with. And it's small, just over an acre. Okay, so, and it has wheat in it. So you are going to want to buy some land. Now let's take a look at the map. Okay, this is the map. It's not that big. We're going to look at the downtown area in a minute. It's beautiful. Very well done. So you have this tiny field here. Okay, I went along and I played this and I bought some more fields. These close, these two, one up here. You know, the neighboring fields. And expanded my farm, upgraded my equipment. And had a lot of fun doing that. There's also some other places on the map that you can purchase. Everything is purchasable. You can purchase anything. Like an example, look at this one. We're going to fly over these too in a second. Somebody's out here in a tent, which is kind of strange. You know, there's some camping going on. There's a little camper area. It's really cool. The downtown area is really nice. The map's nicely done with all the maps are rectangular, or all the fields are pretty much rectangular square type, but they do have a lot of elevation changes. And I'm going to show you in a minute when I'm done talking about the regular stuff. I bought another farm on here and started working that. It was pretty cool. There's a golf course on here. We're going to fly over this stuff in a minute. Okay, so this is your area right here that you own, and you have this one field here that you own. Here is an aerial view of your little homestead there. I love your house. It's beautiful. I wish you could go inside though. But it's set up very nice. The wood in the back, everything's very nicely done. There are collectibles on the map. There's 100 horseshoes like this. That's what they look like. They're kind of glowing, and they're worth $1,000 each. So there you go. And they're all over the map. I found them, a bunch of them, relatively easy. Didn't find them all yet, but I found a bunch. And each one's $1,000, so helps you get rolling on the map. I do like the elevation changes. I purchased these fields up here, and it's up a hill. Look at that, isn't that cool? These are relatively nice sized fields. Okay, this is over 4 acres, so they get a little bigger, and they do have some up to 30 something acres. The architecture on the map is very well done. The landscaping, elevations, the little mountains, the buildings, everything has a very nice realistic look. So there's some farms you can buy all over the place. Other farms you can buy and try out. This is Ben's place, I guess. Has some larger buildings, gives the map a nice look. This is the grain mill. And some of the places are specifically done for this. And there's several bridges on the map. There's some footbridges you can walk on, and it makes a little creaking sound when you walk on it. It's just pretty cool. Look at these elevation changes. Trail up here. This is a good sized map here, or field here. It's about 30 acres. So that's pretty big. Look at the hills on this one. It's about 14 acres. Another farm over here you could purchase. Okay, now those over there for looks, you can't actually get to those. Different areas to walk around and explore. You can look for those horseshoes. This is the freight yard, one of your points of sale there. Look at this little tent up here. Somebody's been camping. You can actually purchase that and use that as a recreational site. Another little brig, some water features. A beautiful house you can buy. Another little farm over here you can purchase with some fields. That's almost 10 acres right there. This one's almost 15 acres. This one's 30 acres almost. Another little farm area over here. It's all kind of things on the map. Every area is purchasable. Even the little trailer parks. Some more homes you could purchase. Over here you got the golf course, which is really cool. And it has a clubhouse. You can come here, and have a meal, hang out, go play golf, I guess. That's kind of cool. Points of sale over here. The animal dealers over here. Look at this. Look at the detail there. It's just really cool. A lot of the maps from 2013, when they redid them, they have a nice look. There's the dairy right there. I'm going to show you too. I bought one of these little farms. I played the regular one, the beginning farm. You have these little foot trails on the map, which is pretty cool. And look at this little foot bridge. And there's a collectible on there. Look at that. Another little farm you could buy up here. A lot of potential here to do some stuff on this map. Role play stuff or whatever. Look at this. You got a little place to bring your camper. Camp for the weekend. Picnic tables. Some homes there you could purchase. Other buildings. Look at this little mill with the water wheel. Okay, there's your farmer's market. Your pickup truck is actually sitting there at the farmer's market. That's it right there for some reason. Okay, this is the port. Your sawmill is down here. Another home up here. You can come across the bridge here. They got a little camper set up. Look at this, isn't that cute? You can come here and stay for the weekend. A lot of stuff to do on here. Explore, look around, things to see. It's not a boring map at all. It has a lot of things going on. Here's your freight yard, another gas station, some points of sale there. Okay, now here's your farm. Now let's go to the little town here. So if you're at your farm, there's your house, your one field. You're going to go north down your farm and follow this little curvy road. And here's the shop, okay, where you do maintenance and buy equipment. And look at this cool little town. It's just really nice. Very nicely done. We have a place in Georgia. I'm from Georgia in the United States. And we have a place called Helen. And it's like Old Town Germany, how the buildings are this style of architecture. And it's very interesting, very nice looking. Look at that. Has a lot of character. Okay, you come around here, you got your bio plant over there. Some other points of sale, more fields you could buy. And there's your freight area. And there you go. That's pretty much the map. For productions, there's not a whole lot. You don't own any. There's only the biogas plant, dairy, and spinnery that you can purchase. All right, what I'm going to do now is jump over and show you what I did with a little farm. All right, what I did is I started playing this map again, and this time I purchased this little farm right here. It's a sheep farm. So I was on the map in this corner right here, and it's $400,000, $414,000, and it just includes the sheep. So then I needed a field, so I purchased this field for about $147,000, and it has about a little over 5 acres of grass. Okay, well, I planted grass in it. Okay, it comes with a bale barn, holds 250 bales. I like the way the sheep pen is. It's expanded. Look at that. And it's not square. It's very nicely done. So there's another field there straight away I could purchase. You have a lot of storage. It comes with a lot of buildings. Okay, look at this big building right here. Of course, I purchased some equipment, to do my grass. Now, the drawback is this sucker holds 454. I have a mixture of sheep and goats. Well, that's a lot compared to the feed size. So what I did is I'm making hay, and I always leave it right here because you can't make it overnight. It's going to eat up I put a couple of bales there at night when I don't need that. Right now I'm about to start working off the pasture because it's April. But over the winter I had to have 2 bales there every night, side by side. Water is an issue, so I have this water trailer here, but sometimes it would run out of water. Let's look at our other storage here though. But you can make a lot of money off that amount of sheep and goats. There's some cool buildings over here. Got this little workshop area here. Get some more storage over here. So you could, use these, get rid of them, put something else there. I thought about getting rid of this one because I could put everything over there and maybe put a chicken pen there. Let me show you where I live now. There's a nice house up there you can purchase. It's really expensive. But what I did is I purchased this little piece of property right here for $114,000. So you come over here, and then I put this house here. Isn't that nice? Let's go through my house. I'll just show you how nice it is. Get this little carport here. Nice kitchen. I love the homes you can go inside. You can sit here and watch TV at night. Look at this. Outdoor living area. Look at my pool. It's so cool. You can actually get in there. Wonder if I'm wet. Does it do that? I don't know. You can go in here to sleep. This is a 3-bedroom house. Down here in this bedroom I have my wardrobe. You got a bathroom. I have a 10-year-old. He sleeps in there. coming here for me to sleep with the missus. There you go. Isn't that cool? And that's my little farm here. So what I plan to do is, I'm starting with sheep, and that's giving me some money. Of course, I had to buy out, a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to hold some. Once I get caught up, I'm going to purchase a field and some gear to plant some stuff. And I'll start using this field maybe. Maybe I'll do barley and take that one building out and put a chicken pen over there and plant some barley. Or I could do pigs. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool little farm. Like I say, the map has a lot of charm. There's a lot you could do on it. There's other farms you can purchase, little areas to try, to see what you want to get going on the farm. So just want to show you this because I thought it was really nice. And that's it. So share this with your farming buddies. Oh, by the way, this is my car here. It's an old Mercedes. Share this with your farming buddies, and they might want to give it a shot too. So I'm Farmer Teacher. I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.